Hello folks, we're back with another recipe. This time we're still going to use the same a kid's cookbook.
Well, it's not really
It's
the same.
No, but it's the same author
Yeah.
who makes some really awesome drawings.
And we're gonna make a fudge cake today.
And I will share a picture of the recipe as we go along. So we're going to set our recipe here. How about this?
No, I don't think that will work.
You don't think that'll work? Here, like this.
Yeah.
Is that going to work?
I want my clothes.
There.
It says to put eggs in.
Where?
Okay.
There's no eggs. So this recipe has no eggs.
Wait, it's not. No, it's
No.
not.
It has no
Here,
eggs.
let me
It's got flour. So let's read the ingredients. We have self-rising flour, cocoa, sugar, water, vanilla, white vinegar, oil, and salt.
Yeah.
Okay? I think we can figure it out. We
Oh,
just
and
need to
make
find a
sure-
place to put it because we're sitting in it. There we go.
And make sure an adult is helping you.
Well, hopefully. And did you wash your hands?
No.
Of course you didn't. And we're gonna get started. So there's no butter and there's no eggs in this recipe.
Yes, there is butter.
Well, there is butter for the icing if you want to add it after.
No.
But for the actual cake, there is no butter because we're using oil. Okay? So, let's get started.
There you go.
And there's no milk either. I think besides the... Seriously,
Mom,
Sam? You made a disaster here.
You're in my way, though.
You just tripped into your own stool.
No, I
Yeah.
didn't.
Okay.
Now,
So what's the first step? First of all,
first
we're going to
step,
get
you have to,
a pan with a hole.
and you have to heat up your oven.
We're going to heat up our oven to 350 degrees.
Yeah.
And then we're going to grease
Yes.
this tin.
And you're gonna.
Are you going to grease it?
Yep.
Okie dokie. Let's get the butter. Okay, here.
I'm gonna do it. No, you do it. I don't like it.
There we go. You want to do it?
No.
We just get some butter and you spread it in with your hands. It's a little bit greasy, but
And you need.
it's not going to hurt you.
And you need a spatula and
Yeah, a spoon.
a spoon to mix.
I like having both handy.
And a wooden spoon.
So after we've put the grease on, I like adding a little bit of flour. It's a snowy day here in New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a perfect day to bake a cake.
Yep, it is.
So you put the flour in, see? And then you sort of shake it. Can you do that, Sam?
Yep.
And make sure the flour spreads everywhere while I wash my hands.
Here, this is how you do it. Wait. Wait.
Took all that butter off my fingers.
You just have to mix. Ah!
Okay. I think that's enough.
You have to get it all around.
Yeah, we got it all around.
So I'll.
And then we take off the excess, and this
Yeah.
is what it'll look like.
Yep.
A buttered pan. Let's set that aside and start counting our ingredients. So we need 1.5 cups of self-rising flour. So we don't have self-raising flour.
But you can make your own.
You can make your own with some baking powder.
Or you could just put in
So this is not
normal
quite a
flour.
cup yet. We need to add a little bit more flour to that. I said we need to add a little bit more flour. So now how do we know? We need to start over? Really? Yeah, no, that wasn't quite a cup of flour, Sammy Sam. And we need another half. So let's do the half.
Yes.
And I'm estimating we're missing a 1/4 cup. Because that's what it looked like. We're going to put another 1/4 cup here. We might be short on flour, depending.
Oh, and this
Put
is...
it in. That's flour. And then we are going to add our own baking powder. When we buy the baking powder, we like buying the aluminum free, preferably.
And
I think that for 2 cups, it says about 2 teaspoons. Is that a teaspoon?
No.
No. Let's pick the teaspoon. This is a teaspoon.
Yep.
So we're going to do 2 teaspoons of baking powder. That's a lot of baking powder. Let's try to, there's a teaspoon. 1. And there's another one. Good job. 2. And because we made our own, we're going to whisk it. When we whisk it, it's like sifting. So whisk.
This
So
is how
and keep it
is.
here because we're going to whisk more. Because we're going to put all the dry ingredients
In first.
Yes. So another dry
Then
ingredient
the
we
wet
need is the cocoa powder. We just bought a generic brand cocoa powder. And we're going to put
Can you
3.
hold it?
We're going to put 3 tablespoons. That's 1. Oh, it's going to be really chocolatey. We could even add some chocolate chips if we wanted to.
2
Okay.
and 3.
And 3. So what's the next dry ingredient, Sammy Sam?
The next dry ingredient is sugar.
Sugar. How much do we need of that?
1 cup.
1 cup.
Wait. Oh, yeah. 1 cup.
So,
Wait,
where's the cup?
Oh, here's the 1 cup.
A little more. That's not quite full, is it? You want to do 2 half a cups because it's easier?
Yeah. Wait, this is enough?
No, that's not quite a full cup.
Mom!
Can you let me put a little more in? There you go. That's a cup.
That's how parents put in sugar.
1 cup of sugar.
And the next one is water.
So let's mix this
1
together.
cup of oil. We have to
Mix it all, whisk it all together. That's good. There.
It's a
There
lot of
we
cocoa
go.
powder.
Just whisk it gently. Don't make it splur all over
Oh,
the place.
it looks so brown.
Well, that's the cocoa powder.
I know that.
Mmm.
The cocoa powder looks
Yep.
like makes it look brown. And this is brown cake mix.
Mm-hmm.
And we've
Awesome.
made brown cake mix.
Mm-hmm. Did you make it all even?
If you don't have all the ingredients, you can buy cake mix.
Yes, we can buy a box. That is correct.
Or
It's a good recipe for these days because you can't go to the grocery store all the time,
Or-
and you might not want to waste your eggs and milk for a
Or-
recipe.
Or if you don't want to go to the grocery store, you can make your own.
Yeah, I like making our own.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we buy it.
Sometimes we buy it, sometimes we make it.
Yep.
So we need now, what else do we need?
1 cup of water.
1 cup of water. I'll measure you a cup of water.
And after the water, we need 1 teaspoon of vanilla.
I'm trying to get to it.
And I
Okay.
love vanilla.
So let's start pouring the water in. Now we're going to pour all the wet ingredients.
We had all that trim with nails and girls.
Mm-hmm.
And now 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Wait, can you pour it? And I hold it?
Okay. Put it over there.
Oh, you mean
Pour it over the bowl. Cause
Always good idea to pour it over the bowl so we
Because
don't
it
have
doesn't
accidents.
make...
How much vinegar do we need?
Okay, we need 1 tablespoon.
Okay, which one is the tablespoon?
Okay, let me see.
So just a white wine vinegar, or you just
One-
have a generic white vegetable vinegar
I
is
want
fine.
it.
Let's rinse it.
1 tablespoon.
I gotta say our
Oh, and always make sure to pour it over the bowl.
There we go. So we want 1 tablespoon. So fill it up to the top.
Is that enough?
No, to the top. A little more. Little more. Little more. Okay. There we go. And last.
And we need 6 tablespoons
Okay, you hold
of
on
oil.
to that.
6.
6. Oh, jeez. Put it over the bowl. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And last, we need a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. It smells good here today. We are cooking. What's on the stove for later?
It's meatballs.
With tomato sauce.
With tomato sauce.
Yes. Yummy, yummy.
And now we have to mix.
Now mix it with a whisk first, like the recipe says. Gently. So we don't splash it everywhere.
Boy. It's heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And make sure to get all.
It's bubbling. Do you hear the bubbling noise?
Yeah.
I hear it.
And make sure to get all of the cocoa powder off.
So get all the edges. I don't think this is... Let's be a little bit more energetic, shall we?
No, I like to be slow and soft.
Slow and soft. Here, now you can keep mixing with this. I don't think we need the wooden spoon this time. So I'm going to put it away.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it's mixed enough? What does it say? It says when
Smooth, pour it in the tin.
So do you think it's smooth? Or do you think it needs mixing a little more?
I think it's smooth enough.
Okay. Are you going to lick this?
Yeah.
Before I put it in the sink?
Yeah.
Mmm.
It's good.
Does it taste good?
Yep.
Okay, let's not drip it. If you're going to lick it, you lick it. Okay, that's enough.
Yum.
I guess all the germs are going to get cooked in the oven, huh?
Yep.
So now we have, this is what it looks like
Mama.
when it's smooth.
Mom.
Yeah, we're going to be careful.
Mom.
And now we're going to pour it in our pan.
Yes.
And you're going to scrape it.
I'm gonna scrape. Scrape, scrape.
There we go. Let's keep going.
Mom! That's on the edge.
That's fine. Let's make sure we get it all.
Yep.
I think you need a little bit of help from an adult
Yeah. To scrape it all off.
to make sure you have scraped it all off.
And you can lick the spatula.
Oh, yes, you can. And now this is going in the oven.
Nom, 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 nom.
And we'll see you in a few minutes. It's going to go in the oven for 35 to 40 minutes. So we'll see you back. Right? We'll be back when it's cooked to
Yep.
put the icing on it.
Uh-huh.
Perfect. Goodbye.